Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kid Show. And today we have to talk about Xbox Game Pass because, whoa, Xbox just pulled the trigger. All right, just prior to Call of Duty coming out, a few short months at this point, and man, this year is going like that, man. It's so insane. But um, there's really nothing to say in terms of commentary other than this sucks. Like Xbox, there is nothing good about Xbox right now. Everything about Xbox is just trash. Absolute doggy doo-doo water. If you could defend it at this point, you're a clown. Honestly speaking, it just sucks to be an Xbox only gamer. Can't relate. I don't game on an Xbox. I'm on PC, and if they have a good game that I think is interesting or something that I find interesting, not necessarily a good game, but something I'll like, I'll end up just buying it outright for the most part. Mind you, I haven't had Game Pass in over a year now. I've just been buying the games that I want and just skipping out on the games that I don't want. That's just me personally. I believe there is value in game ownership. I'm not a part of this whole you will own nothing and be happy future. I try to avoid that as much as possible, but I also know a good deal when I see one. But right now, there are no good deals on Xbox. So let's jump into the details when it comes to Game Pass because it is rough out here, boys. It is, mind you, not even rough. It's just terrible. So Xbox Game Pass standard tier won't include day one titles as Microsoft hikes prices again. So Ultimate rising to $20 a month. Oof, that is a big ask. And just on that alone, when you think about it, Xbox can't even release a new game every 3 months. They can't do it. They have all of these studios, and they fall short of being able to have consistent releases. So by the time 3 months rolls by, and if you're a consistent Game Pass subscriber on Ultimate, you've spent the price for a brand new game. You've spent $60, which I don't care. I don't think $70 is an ethical price, especially for a lot of these games that come out now. But you spent enough money for a full price game, and Xbox, the chances are they didn't release anything new first party wise. So that in itself really sucks. But it gets worse because Microsoft has quietly revealed it will not include day one releases like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 in the standard Xbox Game Pass tier amid price hikes to the service. So yeah, what used to be the standard of Game Pass is now an option. The main selling point of Game Pass all these years has been, hey, you will get day one game releases from Microsoft day and date on Game Pass. That is no longer the standard. That is now an option. So that alone is a big hit to Game Pass itself. They said, first reported by Windows Central and outlined in Xbox support, Microsoft is raising the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate from $17 to $20 a month in the US. It's also replacing the more basic $11 Xbox Game Pass console tier with the Xbox Game Pass standard at $15, bro, from 11 to 15. Oof. Which doesn't include the beloved day one release feature. Bro, $15. $15 and you still do not get games day and date. That is wild behavior, man. Holy shit. And then specific entries to the Game Pass Ultimate Library, access to EA Play, xCloud, gaming perks, quests, and discounts on games in the Game Pass library. So what is the point of Xbox Game Pass standard other than to just be a quote-unquote cheap entry point when, let's be real now, $15 a month for any service in which you get to own nothing is not really cheap at all. They said Xbox didn't commit to eventually bringing these titles to Xbox Game Pass either, saying titles such as Call of Duty Black Ops 6 may be added to the library at a future date. Yeah, so after the release at some point possibly. They said those wanting to play these games at launch and potentially at all will therefore need to pay for the rolling $20 a month for Game Pass Ultimate tier once these price changes go into effect for new members on July 10th, 2024, and for existing members September 12th, 2024. So you still got a few months if you're already subscribed to Game Pass. But man, being a consistent subscriber, oof, we're gonna get into that. It said PC Game Pass is also rising from $10 a month to $12 a month, while most basic Xbox Game Pass core tier is raising from $59.99 to $74.99 a year. Ugh. Yo, being a console gamer altogether is just ass. We were talking about how PS Plus price rises from it going from 60 for just to be able to have access to playing online to now $80 is disgusting ass behavior. Meanwhile, on PC, guys, on PC, guess what? Online is free. Yeah, and then we're gonna continue throwing your faces. That's why people cry when the games come out on PC and console day and date. And guess what? We on PC, we don't have to pay for the online. Yeah, it's amazing being a PC gamer. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of people out there that are either too dumb, um, too lazy, or too broke to engage in PC gaming. It is what it is, man. I guess, what are you gonna do, right? But they could find reason to pay to just have access to online, which is something they already technically have, but consoles paywall, so they're cool with that. So whatever, I guess. But I guess, looking at PC Game Pass here, I honestly, PC Game Pass has always been the really good deal if you're into the subscription-based model, when it comes to video games. It was when I first started using PC Game Pass, it was in beta and it was $5 a month. It was a steal, bro. That's how I was playing The Outer Worlds. I was playing on PC Game Pass. It was $5 at the time. It was an absolute steal. I got my cousin to try it out because I was like, "Hey, man, you have access to a bunch of these games off rip. Only $5 a month. Why not?" Then it came out of beta and they raised the price to 10, which, while it was doubled, it was still a decent price point. $10 a month is not bad at all to swing, especially in comparison to the ultimate being doubled in price. So that really, really sucks. Oh my god. But now Game Pass, PC Game Pass going from $10 to $12. I mean, it's a rise in price, no doubt. So it sucks either way, but it's still not a bad choice if you're gonna want to play the games. And PC Game Pass still gets games day and date, despite being like the cheapest option here, which is absolutely hilarious. Man, these console companies, they know better than to fuck with PC gamers, bro. They know better. PlayStation be getting out of line a little bit, but we definitely be slapping them on the ass. It is what it is, man. You're gonna have to definitely respect PC gamers gangsta at some point. But they said it will remain so Xbox Game Pass Core will remain at the $10 a month price point. Which, I mean, I guess, there's so many options that it's honestly, this is just confusing. And look, I'm not a dummy, but I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm not stupid either. And even this, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna remember all these different options. Thankfully, I only have to worry about PC Game Pass, which is, like I said, still the best deal. It said, finally, Microsoft will only allow its users to prepay for Xbox Game Pass for consoles for up to 13 months going forward. Yo, users with more months than 13 already paid for will not be affected. Damn. So you can't buy Game Pass ahead of time more than a year. More than a year and a month. That big yikes. So yeah, you can't be like, well, they're gonna raise the price. Let me buy 4 years worth of this shit. You can't do that, so you're screwed. Price rises will go into effect worldwide with a full list of affected countries and specific changes to local currencies available here. So yeah, um, this shit is honestly just genuinely confusing. I don't know what the hell. There's just too much here. It's wild how ridiculous Game Pass is. Like the average person isn't going to do nearly as much research as we are. And like I said, even while researching this now, even while reading this with you guys now, it's like I don't know what the hell is the difference between Game Pass Core and like the Game Pass Standard? Like what? I don't get it. They said Microsoft has raised the prices back in 2013. I mean, excuse me, not 2013, 2023. So they're raising prices every year. Imagine Game Pass Ultimate going to like $25 next year. Yo, that is disgusting to think about. Ugh. Because like last year it was at $15. Now they changed it to 17. And that was the first price hike since 2017. Yeah. Ooh, that's rough, man. That's rough. Honestly, guys, you know, don't do what I tell you to do. But my recommendation is just buy your games, even if you buy them at a discount, bro. Nothing beats just ownership. This whole thing of subscription services, Netflix model for gaming, it sucks. It really does. It's one of those things where what do you get out of it? Now gamers are probably in a there's a lot of gamers out here that probably only subscribe to Game Pass and saw that as, the end all be all option, which I don't blame you. At some points Game Pass is definitely viable, but if that was your dependency, that was your only go-to, now it's like, "Oh man, spending this much for Game Pass, I don't really see the point with how much of an increase this is." Some people I'm sure are feeling this way. And it's like, "Well, okay, now what? You own nothing. You have no gaming library. You've entirely depended on Xbox Game Pass to basically feed you games to keep you entertained. And now you don't have a gaming library. You've spent all this money over all this time and you have nothing to show for it other than, hey, you've had these experiences and now they're over and now you don't want to pay for all this shit." And I don't know, man. It's wild. For me, I only get PC Game Pass when I do get Game Pass, and I haven't gotten it in over a year now. I don't really see myself getting it for other than Call of Duty because for me, Call of Duty is extremely hit and miss. The last Call of Duty I bought was Modern Warfare 2 remake, and it was dog shit. I regret spending what I think I bought the standard edition, $70 to play for a month, and I put like 60 hours into the game, and every single hour of that game was absolute misery. I didn't have a single ounce of fun in the game. I remember me and my boy Blake would play, and it was miserable because we were playing together. We're both competent players, so the game was just like twice as sweaty as usual when we just played by ourselves. That game is just absolutely miserable. So to try the new Call of Duty, and honestly, the new Call of Duty actually looks pretty good. It's at least interesting. It's at least worth trying. And to say I could try it for what, $12 for the month instead of paying the full 70 and really, whatever, man. Likely I probably won't like it. And I'll just say, "Hey, I spent $12 to give it a try, so what, no biggie." Instead of spending $70 like, "Oh man, I just blew $70 away on a piece of shit game I'll never play again." So that's just my thoughts personally. I don't think that I think that honestly Game Pass should just be very selective now. Like if you're the type of person you don't want to take big risks on buying full price games, it just in hopes of maybe you'll like them. I mean, Game Pass here and there is not a bad option, but to consistently continue to pay for Game Pass, these prices are absolutely outrageous, man. Um, I didn't even do the math on this, but $20 a month? That is crazy, bro. It can't be me. Can't be me. Especially when I'm getting nothing out of it in terms of ownership wise. That's lame. That's absolutely lame. Yeah, man. And this is Xbox's lifeline at this point. Game Pass is their lifeline. I think that obviously there's gonna definitely be a lot of people subscribing for Call of Duty, but I don't know how this is gonna affect gamers from now until then. How much unsubscribe how many people are gonna unsubscribe until Call of Duty? I wonder. And it'd be interesting to see their numbers. They won't reveal them obviously because they're gonna be bad. And that sucks overall. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Guys, hopefully I will have an awesome announcement for you all tomorrow on the Twilight Zone of Gaming live stream. Okay, 8 p.m. EST. Come hang out with me and the amazing chat where we talk about all sorts of nonsense in the gaming space. We laugh at fanboys, we laugh at stupid news. We go over general news discussion, and we'll see if there's some salt revolving around Xbox Game Pass price increases. We'll see what happens, guys. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch or Twitter if you want to continue the conversation. Been doing live streams on Twitch. It's been an awesome time. We just beat Batman Arkham Asylum. It's the first time in years, man. It's been well over a decade since I played and beat Arkham Asylum, and it was an awesome return to Arkham, baby. And yeah, guys, with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.